This lecture video is on modeling with common and natural logarithmic functions. A lot of these problems are just going to be plug-in values and determine something with them. So our first one is to use the formula R equals log of A divided by T plus B to find the intensity R on the Richter scale of the earthquake. And we're going to round our answer to one decimal place. They give us the amplitude A is 150 micrometers. T time between waves is 3.6 seconds, and B is 1.9. So we're going to plug our values in. A was 150, and T is 3.6, and then R is 1.9. So we have to compute log of 150 divided by 3.6 plus 1.9. And so in your calculators, push your log button, and it should bring up the log and a parenthesis, and then inside your set of parentheses you want to type the 150 divided by 3.6. And so I got 1.6197 and a bunch of other numbers, and then type plus 1.9. And you don't want to do your rounding until you're completely done, so you should leave all your numbers in your calculator while you're doing this. So I got 3.519, and we want to round to just one decimal place, so that's to the 5. There's a 1 immediately following it, so we'll leave the 5 alone. So this earthquake had an intensity of 3.5 on the Richter scale. And don't forget to answer your word problems with a sentence. Now on our next one, we're going to use the formula A equals PE to the RT to solve, and we're going to determine the size of an account in which $3,500 earns 6% interest compounded continuously for 1 year. So there are two formulas for determining the amount of money in an account. One is for when you're compounding continuously, which is the formula here, and then there was also A equals P times quantity 1 plus R divided by N raised to the NT, and this is if you're compounding a certain number of times per month. Okay, so, or per year, sorry. N is the number of times you're compounding in 1 year. So there were the two formulas, and these formulas will be provided for you in the problems that you're working on. So you just need to know where to put your numbers. So P is always the amount of money that's being invested or that's being taken out in a loan. And here we're going to calculate the accumulated amount A. And so it's equal to 3,500, the amount that we're putting into the account, times E, and then it's raised to RT. R is the interest rate always, and we always put it into our equations as a decimal, and 6% as a decimal is 0.06. Right now it's 6%, and the decimal is at the end of the 6, and we have to move the decimal 2 positions to the left in order to convert that percent to a decimal. And then we're doing this for 1 year, and so T is going to be equal to 1 here. So when you compute this on your calculator, you have to make sure that you calculate this E value first, and E is pushing the second and ln button on your calculator. At least that's what it is on mine. And then we want to raise that to the 0.06 power. And then after you get that number in your calculator, and in my calculator right now I have 1.0618 and a bunch of other numbers. And then hit times 3,500. And I get $3,716, and I got 0.427, so I'm going to round that to 0.43. Okay, so the size of the account after 1 year will be $3,700.43. And that finishes our lecture on modeling with common and natural logarithms. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.